DJI sponsor me, and if you guys want to get sponsored by DJI, follow this video because I'll be giving you guys the 2 things you need in order to start a YouTube channel. So I'll go straight to the point. You guys need a camera and a microphone. No, it's really that simple. There is no catch. You just need a camera and a microphone. And luckily, the 2 things are all available just through a smartphone. Any phone that came out after 2016 should be perfectly fine for starting a YouTube channel. If you guys want to have like a separate device just for YouTube videos, I have some really good recommendations that you guys could consider when you want to start a YouTube channel. I'll also be making a separate video that is going to talk about specific price ranges and what you should buy, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, let's go straight into the list that I created. But let's go straight into general suggestions of what you should buy if you want to buy a camera. So the first camera that I would recommend is the NEX-5, any of the model, NEX-5, NEX-5R, 5T, anything that you can find. It usually starts at around $150, and it does support Sony E-mount. So when you want to, upgrade to better cameras in the future, then you guys have the lenses, which means you just need to buy a body for an upgrade. Now, another camera that I would recommend you guys buy is the ZV-E10 Mark 1 or Mark 2. I would recommend buying the Mark 1 because the Mark 1 has pretty much everything you need in terms of content creating, and I would save the money to buy a better lens. The quality of the video, like the NEX-5, is good enough. ZV-E10 is even better. So in terms of YouTube, you don't really need anything beyond the ZV-E10 Mark 1. Do you guys see the DJI logo? And do you guys see how like the things are like kind of blurry here? If you guys want that type of illusion, then you guys need to buy a lens with a low aperture. And so if you guys were to buy the ZV-E10 Mark 1, it usually costs around $600. You add another $200, within $800, you guys could get that really nice blurred background. But if you were to buy the ZV-E10 Mark 2, it starts from $999. So I would probably recommend just going for the Mark 1. Because if you start going towards the Mark II range, it's like that middle range where if you spend a little bit more, you can go for a better camera, which I will be giving you guys some recommendations now. So the first camera that I would recommend above the $1,000 price range would be the A6700. It has all the latest features you can get from a Sony camera. The A6700 also has the same sensor as the FX30, which is a cinema level camera, so you guys don't have to worry about quality. Now, the other recommendation is the A7M4, which I am using right now. It's probably the best hybrid camera out there in terms of photos and videos. And the next 4 cameras that I'm gonna recommend, you can use them for photos, but they're like video powerhouse. And those cameras are the A7S III, the ZV-1, FX3, and the FX30. If you have those 4 cameras, you should not worry about any video quality issues because they're just perfected for video. Now, if you guys are wondering why I don't have any like Canon, Panasonic, or other brand cameras, is because Sony is kind of known for their video. I do want to, get my hands on the Panasonic cameras as well, the GH5 series, so that I could test their open gate. But my brother uses Canon, and I don't know, man. I've never tried Canon, but it just feels like since my brother's using Canon, I want to try using Sony. I don't know if it's like a brother thing, but if I am able to get my hands on the Canon cameras as well, I will make a review on that. But as of current, these are my recommendations. But pretty much any mirrorless cameras from any company is going to give you a miles better result than just using your phone. Now, the last camera that I would recommend is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. Now, that is probably the best vlogging camera ever made. It can fit in your pocket, it can fit in anywhere. You just pull it out, flip the screen, turns on, and you're pretty much good to record. But what I would recommend is you guys just buy the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and buy a separate transmitter for about $50, because like I said, if you have the Pocket 3, you don't need the receiver. You can just connect it straight through the Osmo audio system. Now, speaking about mics, I have a few recommendations. The first one being the DJI Mic Mini. Yes, the DJI Mic Mini. It is probably the best wireless microphone under $200. And if you guys have the Pocket or any device that supports Osmo audio, it's probably the best microphone under $50. If you guys want just one transmitter and one receiver, it is probably the best microphone under $100. Now, in terms of USB microphones where you can just plug it in straight to the computer, I would recommend getting a Blue Yeti Nano, or if you guys could, you know, pay a little bit more, just a normal Blue Yeti, especially for those people that want ASMR channels. A Blue Yeti is going to be perfect for you since it has all the necessary features. It has a stereo mode as well, which might be essential for those type of videos. Now, if you guys want to step up your game a bit and you guys have the money to, I would recommend buying a XLR microphone with a dedicated audio interface. The audio interface that I use is the Focusrite Scarlett 3rd generation. I've tried the first, I haven't tried the second, but I do have the third. And I'm guessing if the first is good, the second should be fine as well. So any of the 3 generations, I recommend you guys buying. If you guys want to start like a podcast and you guys need a dynamic microphone, I would recommend buying the Rode Pod mic. They have an internal pop filter, so you don't really need to have a pop filter. Now, if you want a condenser microphone, if you're like a singer and you want every sound to be captured, then I recommend getting the Audio-Technica 2020. Now, if you guys just want plug-in microphones, I would recommend the Rode Video Micro 2 or 1. It does not matter. They both sound really incredible. And one is slightly cheaper at around $57. 2 is around $79. So depending on your money, you guys could pick between the 2. So those are pretty much it in terms of what you need to start a YouTube channel. That is pretty much it for today's video. If you guys want specific price range recommendations, you guys could leave it down in the comments below. Make sure to reply back as fast as possible. That is it for today's video. And DJI, if you're watching this video, I need you to sponsor me. This is the best microphone